Hello and welcome to my weekly bench update. We have been focusing on the 49 Ford for the customs group build, trying to get this guy wrapped up, and this will likely be the last update before the final reveal. So let's take a look at where we're at. We left off asking for engine colors. We got 5 or 6 engine choices. Kind of set up the cans or the caps kind of in the engine bay to get a feel for the colors. I think the gold was the most appropriate, kind of gives it a custom look without being too gaudy or overpowering under there. I think it's a nice look there. Just left them both in the gold. Well, we'll start here on the back. We got the gas tank and straps painted, rear suspension in with that chrome rear axle housing. Kind of have some gray leaf springs there. Black drive shaft going back up into our engine transmission. We added some gold or some chrome to the front suspension just to give it a little more custom touch, a little contrast up front. Then rolling over to the top side, we got some chrome suspension up there as well. And then our engine assembly is mostly complete. We just have some minor details with like the distributor, oil filter, things like that we'll add once it's in the car. I'll try to avoid knocking those off. We did some chrome pulleys there, chrome generator, things like that, just to give it some custom flair. I think it's looking pretty good. We got some chrome air cleaner caps to go on there. I think it'll all tie together nicely under the hood. We got the dash, trim that out, and some chrome as well. Some black washing in the gauges and that grill. I think giving it nice definition, nice look. I think that'll look good in the interior. Speaking of interior, we are mostly completed with that. We got the seats in, we got the handles and everything chromed out. We got some pedals in there, and we added our custom TV console under the dash. This was kind of a longer center console piece I cut down just to kind of tuck it under the dash, give it some more custom flair. That looks pretty good. Kind of did like a gray surround with like a green and smoke colored screen, kind of give it that glass front screen. I think it'll look pretty good in there. Something different than just all chrome, but I'm happy with that. And onto the body, the hood. I guess we have to do the underside, maybe paint that, or maybe even try some flocking. Haven't decided there. But the body, not much. Added a couple pieces under the hood. We'll still have to detail out that battery. And then we blacked out the front end. We had to go up on this front nose. I noticed that with the hood on, it was kind of peeking out just a little bit, so we made sure we blacked that all out so we can get all of our grills and radiator and all that stuff in there, that it looks appropriate. And that'll be kind of our next project, is working on getting the glass and the headlights and all of that worked in, get our taillights mounted in there. And again, we should be wrapping her up next week. We'll get to the exhaust. Most of yesterday was searching for wheel and tire combo. I originally wanted to go with the original kind of wheel covers that come in the set. Kind of wanted that really, I think I'd give it a nice period, but they're so kind of proud of the tire that they're giving me a lot of issues here on the back axle. A lot of interference problems, so I don't know, we might look at that a little bit more, but we have another one that's similar to it. Again, kind of that period, almost Barra style. I was going to kind of color the bars to match the body with some gold. I think these ones are okay. Again, they're a little proud. They give kind of some interference back here, but not as bad as those first ones. Other choices we have, of course, some like Cadillac sombreros, just some smoothie type ones. Of course, we got the classic chrome reverse. I think would look good on there. Hard to miss with a chrome reverse, in my opinion. And of course, we've got just some smooth discs. That certainly gives it a custom look. And last that I tried out are these. I found out that they are from the AMT 53 Studebaker, which I kind of like. I think these are kind of the leaders for me. Something sleek, but have a little bit of kind of flair or dance to them. The only problem is that I bought a bag of these. I've got 3 that are this style, and I got 1 that is the same, but it's like smaller and has a different profile. So it's kind of a bummer. So I need to track down another 53 Studebaker kit to get some wheel covers in. I want to try these out. If you guys have some that you want to trade out or sell me, let me know. I could probably use a couple pairs. They're just a nice kind of subtle but custom look, I think, on here. But with that, I guess you guys can give me your opinions on these wheel and tire choices, or if you have something else you think would look good on there, please let me know. I think my leaders right now are like the chrome reverse, of course those Studebaker wheels and tires, and then maybe these smoothies. I think they all look pretty good. But again, if you guys have any suggestions or opinions that I should look at, I'd be happy to check them out. And with that, we'll call it an update on the 4950 Ford for the customs group build. We'll try to get this guy wrapped up so we can get moving on the USAC group build, which I have not touched yet. Still waiting for some parts to get in. Hopefully they'll be here tomorrow, which is Monday, in the mail. And then we can start doing some mock-ups and see where we can go from that. But again, trying to get this guy wrapped up so we can move on to the USAC. Then we got the fat fenders, fins, and chrome coming up next week. I believe the 7th is when that one kicks off. I know Rob wants us to kind of go back and forth between fins and chrome and fat fenders. I did fins and chrome last year with the El Camino. So I need to find a fat fender car. I don't have a lot of them. So it'll likely be like a 40 Ford or a 37 Chevy on that guy. And then while those are going on, I am going to be starting on Sean's kits or whatever, his bodies that he sent over for me to paint. I want to get those done before the end of the year. I kind of told him it would be November, December by the time I got to those. So that is definitely high on my list to get those guys painted and get them back to Sean. But with that, you guys have a good weekend, and we'll see you next time.